All right, welcome to the 2016 parent meeting. We decided to do this online just to make it easier since we have so many kids and trying to get all these parents in. We thought it'd be easier for you to watch this at your own convenience. All right, so let's proceed. So the very first slide you're going to see is our track schedule. All right, April 21st, which is this Thursday, is our first meet, which is just a practice meet. It kind of gets the kids warmed up. There you can see the meets for the season. Again, the start time is usually about 3:30 to 3:45. We always start with the field events first, and we let the kids get warmed up. Um, and then we're going to show you the order of events here in just a minute. Um, but you can see is our 3 away meets this year, all our sister schools, which are nice and close. So not a lot of traveling this year, which makes it nice and convenient. All right, this is the event schedule. We always start with the field events first, which you can see right here with my cursor. So that's our long jump, high jump, and shot put. And then we get into the mile before we do the hurdles, the 55-meter hurdles, the 800-meter relay. And then we do the 7th and 8th grade boys and girls half mile. We usually run all the 7th graders together, boys and girls. But the boys and girls placed separately for points because the boys are one team, the girls are the other. And then the 8th grade, then we get the 100-meter dash, the 400-meter run, the 70-meter dash, which is 7th and 8th grade specific, the 200-meter hurdles, the 200-meter run, followed by the mile relays, which is, again, 7th and 8th grade specific. So we have 3 races that are 7th grade specific. And then we finish the race off, the meets off with the 400-meter relay, the last race. This year, because it's an even year, the boys run first, the girls will run second. The only race that does not apply to is the 55-meter hurdles. Um, the boys have always run first in that race because it starts with the hurdles high, and then we just drop them. So no matter if it's an even or odd year, the boys will always run first in the 55-meter hurdles. So that's our order of events. Some important information: practice and meet pickup. For practice, we always end at 4:30. So we're asking that our rides are picked up by no later than 4:45. That just helps us getting home to our families quicker. That would be much appreciated. Um, the kids, we do have custodians here in the building. If we end up going with about 3 or 4 kids left, we always ask the kids to stay in the vestibule area and wait for the rides. Make sure they are picked up at the athletic entrance near the back of the building as opposed to the front of the building. For meet pickup, this kind of goes with the bus transportation. We have one-way transportation to the meets. So you have to arrange a ride for your child to be picked up at a meet. That's very important. So it can be someone else on the team. You just have to find a way to make sure you get them home. We can get them to the meets. You got to get them home. Especially with our away meets, once their events are finished, they can leave. So if your child runs first, you get out of there quicker than most people. We ask that the home meets, the kids try to at least stay and help out and move some things because there's a lot going on when we run a home meet. But definitely for the away meets, they do not have to hang around, of course, unless they run the last race. We definitely need people who are in that 400-meter relay to hang around. If a kid cannot hang around to the entire meet where they have another commitment, please make sure there are no races at the end of the meet. Athletes can compete in up to 3 events, cannot run 4 or more. You'll see for the practice meet, we'll actually run some kids in 4 events just to get some times on them. But they cannot run. So that's the nice part about playing time for track. It is even across the board. You can do up to as little as 1 event and no more than 3 events. So we always like to try to get kids at least 2 events, but we definitely encourage 3. Our attendance and flexibility is pretty easy. Attendance, you're at practice every day. If you're not, just shoot us an email or have them bring a note written by a parent, just so we can kind of check them off. It helps keep track. It's tough to keep track of 175 kids. It's always a challenge. So, and then flexibility, like I said, we are pretty flexible. We have a lot of kids playing other sports or doing other activities, whether it's choir, band, soccer, softball, baseball, lacrosse, whatever it may be. We're pretty flexible with being a practice. It's just making sure the kids stay in shape. So again, just make sure the communication lines stay open. Our uniform, the students should wear the Iroquois team T-shirt. We'll be handing those out Wednesday the 20th. And that's what we provide. And the students should have some type of black shorts. It doesn't have to be all black, just mostly black. And most kids have shorts that are mostly black. So that's what they can wear to the meets. but we do not provide the shorts. They're also going to need a good pair of running shoes. This helps avoid shin splints. Um, a lot of kids I see some have walking shoes, some have basketball shoes. You definitely want a running shoe. If you go to Hanson's on Hall Road and let them know that they are part of the Iroquois track team, you will more than likely get a discount. So track spikes are purely optional. Don't have your child tell you that you absolutely have to have them, because that is not true. That's purely optional, and obviously that's an extra expense. So just be careful about the spikes. Do they help? Absolutely, but they are not mandatory. Picture day is Monday, April 25th. We'll be handing out forms tomorrow on Wednesday, April 20th. And also, if anyone's not at practice on Wednesday, they can get them from us in school on Thursday or Friday, so they have their form for Monday. You can also order pictures online as well if you don't have a form. All right. On the back side, Remind 101, it's actually called just Remind now. We remind our athletes and parents about just important texts and information throughout the year. So you definitely want to sign up for that. That is on our website, which is also down here. So let me kind of get out of this for a minute. I want to show you our track website. You can get to our track website to the Iroquois Middle School page, and if you go under athletics, there's track, and you can see we have all kinds of important stuff. We have our calendar up here. We make corrections to it. That's fixed. The video that I'm actually using right now will actually go in this link right here, and there's the remind sign up. So you can click on this little link here, and you can get the text reminds by just going into and texting this number and putting this message in, and you'll automatically sign up. Okay. And we always put important announcements in here, so this is a good way that we can communicate as well. We also have the schedule down here for you as well. And of course, if you need to email any coach, you can click right there on their email. All right. So a little helpful reminder there to you. All right. Whoop, took me back to the beginning here. Let me go back. There we go. Parent helpers, we're always in need of some parent volunteers to help at the finish line, whether it's timing or at a field event. Contact me if you are interested. We're also looking to get some NHS people to be involved, so hopefully we get some former Iroquois Panthers to come back too and help out. But we always need help at home meets. We do have 4 of them this year, and it's kind of a big undertaking when we run a home meet. There's lots of things going on. We definitely need lots of help. So if you're interested, come and please see me. Eligibility sheets will start this week. I actually sent out the email on Monday, the 22nd. So if your child gets those letters that we sent home in the packet, that means they're on probation. If they get another letter the following week, they're going to miss the following week's meet. So grades are very important. We keep track of that, and even with 175. So make sure they're getting all their work in. They're working hard. They are a student athlete, and the word student is first. So they must take care of all those things. I showed you the track website, contact information. There's my contact information, my name and the phone number. It's better time to call that phone number between 9 and 10 a.m. Because that's my prep hour. If you talk to me and either don't like the response you got or don't agree with me, Mr. Olson is our athletic director. There's his email and phone number. All right, so if you have any questions with this, if anything I missed, please feel free to email me. A couple things that are popping in my head right now. Make sure we do have a water machine only for use at home meets, but the kids go through that pretty quick. Your kids definitely want to bring a couple bottles of water for each meet, or a big water bottle. It's very good that they have their own water, and we kind of use the water machine for when kids run out. And especially going to need it for away meets. Not everyone supplies water for everybody, so they do need to stay hydrated during meets. So, either a big, huge water bottle or 2 to 3 small bottles of water will work out just fine for them to stay hydrated. Or obviously you can bring them stuff too, Gatorade. Make sure they're dressing warm. They always have sweats with them just in case, on not only on meets but practices, just in case it gets chilly outside. We don't want kids getting sick. And with that, if there are any questions, feel free to email me. I hope you found this video helpful, and we look forward to a very fun and successful track season. Thank you.